Listen, this is a public service announcement. You talking about? This is for, you know, Gen X and beyond. You talking about? Yes, Lord. You see, we were born in a time where in the US and maybe many other places, things occurred to where they inscrewed their power over people and made them a commodity. You talking about? So, with that being said, this here video is about misunderstandings in relationships. You talking about? And I know that this video will trigger a lot of people who tend to want to fight to keep certain entities alive that thrive within the government. You talking about? But I produced a few movies called Welfare Mob. You talking about? So when people first hear or see the name of the movie, you talking about, they tend to think that, oh, they're fighting against the benefits that's helping us. But this is not for those people. You talking about? This is for those who choose to abuse that system, thinking that it is empowering them to oppress others and or get over on the system. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Lord Jesus, because we have people that do that type of thing too. They sign up for those things just to get over. You know talking about? They don't really need it. You know what I'm talking about? They're able-bodied or whatever. But back to the main topic of it, the misunderstanding in relationships and dealing with Gen X. Have any of you, think about this, been alienated from your family, your blood family? You know what I'm talking about? In order for those certain securities to continue to thrive. And what I mean by that is, you know, to be unsugarcoated, it's governmental kidnapping. It's the separation of family. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Lord. So, with that being said, devil don't want this word getting out because it's a good one. You know what I'm talking about? But we gonna press forward. You know what I'm talking about? This is the meaning that I'm bringing. You have certain family members when, especially in Gen X, you reach out to your blood family after you become an adult, and you have certain people in that particular part of the family feel like, oh, you didn't grow up with us, so you're not part of us. So that right there is triggering to them because they feel like that they don't know you. So they choose to shun you instead of embrace you the way that they supposed to, like they would if you did grow up in the same, environment. But when you have been alienated means there's distance in between. You know what I'm talking about? And these type of things, they have done this since you were a child. You know what I'm talking about? Those type of people tend to blame that child for not being around. You talking about? Ching. Yes, Lord Jesus. And pretend and just etch it in their heart that they wrong for reaching out. They're wrong for wanting to know their people. They don't realize or even care that those people who have been alienated have started their own families. You talking about? And their children are asking them, hey, who is this person in this picture? Because you might know about your real family. You know what I'm talking about? But as a child, what can you do about being taken to different states, to different cities, to different countries? You know what I'm talking about? What can you do about that as a child? You talking about those type of people who continuously keep up that type of barrier in between the bloodline? They are hurt from the abuse as well. So we must, as grown adults, understand the dynamics in those type of relationships and not feel hurt, not feel sad, not feel discontent, because God does everything for a reason. This is why I believe he gave me this word this morning. You know what I'm talking about? To put out. He wanted me to teach on that, to preach on that, to be able to bring clarity to those type of situations. I believe that's why he led me to do those movies. You know what I'm talking about? To help expose the devil's tools that they use. Because see, the devil hates family. But who loves family? God. And if you love God, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? So when you play those type of games of, I'm gonna get those people on you, and you run that other half off. You know what I'm talking about? It's not that person that you're attacking's loss. It's the loss that you are bringing into that child's life. You are cursing that child and yourself because now you're going to get looked at as the alienator. You know what I'm talking about? When really all it is you was hurt, you felt abused, or you were abused. You know what I'm talking about? By that other person. I'm not condoling that at all. You know what I'm talking about? If you have to separate yourself that way. You know what I'm talking about? But it's a lot of people who tend to follow the leader, play into that game. And like I said, if they don't have no bodies, those entities don't exist. They don't have no job. So they help create these type of things. You know what I'm talking about? They will come in as you begin to be fruitful like our Father intended us to. And play third party. They will tempt you with money. They will tempt you with housing. They will tempt you with food. You know what I'm talking about? They will tempt you with that tax money that, everybody want that big lump sum of money every year when it comes. You know what I'm talking about? But 25% of the people who receive it use it in the right way, and they create generational wealth with it. The other 75%, they fall right into that trap of poverty. Go out partying, go on trips, buying cars, buying clothes. When they have things already, you know what I'm talking about? They have all their essentials. They tend to do those type of things to fit in with the Joneses. You know what I'm talking about? No pun intended. You know what I'm talking about? Because I got some good people that are Joneses. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Lord Jesus. This here is unsugarcoated. But I pray that this message came to you fully loaded to break those generational curses off of your family's lives. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Lord Jesus Christ. And I'm going to holler at y'all later on.